Now, but speaking of nuclear issues, we've had China we've had the NATO summit, okay? So at the NATO summit, they've specifically talked about China being a threat. Now, this is the first time this has happened in a long time, a specific security threat. And that's led the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman to say that the NATO should stop trying to mess up Asia and the world after messing up Europe. So the Chinese aren't terribly happy with this. I was impressed with Albanese, who came out and he's kind of reiterated, which I thought was amazing, telling China, listen, you know, you should be learning from Ukraine. If you've got your sights on Taiwan, well, the world's not going to sit back and let it happen. Amazing stuff. What's your take on the Albanese foreign policy so far?
Look, I'll be quite frank. I think they've started rather well. I really do. I think their activity in the Pacific has been what's been required for some time from the Australian government. And we were essentially the regional hegemon until Chinese diplomacy became very aggressive over the last 5 years. And I think we were a bit slow to react, to be honest. And we are now reacting, and we are reacting appropriately. So I'm a very proud Liberal, and I will be a partisan political observer till the day I die. But to credit where it's due, I do think with regards to China and indeed our own region, I think they've started well.
Sorry, carry on.
I don't like. And we'll talk about the French in a minute. So I've got some very strong comments to make about that. So.
Okay, well, I was just going to, before we get to the French, I was just going to say what is fascinating as well, compare this to Dan Andrews with his Belt and Road initiative, trying to get close to the Chinese and trying to get involved with them. Here's Albo, who I thought they were blood brothers at one point, saying, no, let's distance ourselves from the Chinese and waving a wagging warning.
So one of the good things that Albo has done, and Greg Sheridan has made mention of this a number of times, is that Albo hasn't sacked any of the security heads. Now, Andrew Shearer, who is the head of the Office of National Intelligence, he's been kept at his post. He is an outstanding public servant, an outstanding international security specialist. That's to our country's great benefit. The big difference between Albo and Dan Andrews is Albo gets the briefings from ACIS and from our Five Eyes partners. Dan Andrews doesn't have a clue.